Welcome to Art is Dead, a podcast and clothing brand dedicated to celebrating art in all its forms. Join us as we explore creativity on every canvas. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Joey. Make sure you head over to our website, www.artistdeadthebrand.com, to get your merch. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and remember, always create. Peace, y'all. Welcome back to Art is Dead. I am your boy, Joey.
Pencil. Different order.
Gio.
Avi.
All right, let's take a salute before we
Salute.
start. Like
Salute.
always, salute.
Salute.
Salute. Still got the best cup.
Not at all.
I
I've
don't hear
needed
nothing from you.
I've needed a cup, so I gave him mine.
You.
You see this, right?
And then I went to Walmart today and I bought this.
We're at a real Ninja Turtles fan's house right now. So claim Mr. Turtle himself cannot even hold
I
up
approve
to
of
what's
all
in
this.
his.
This is my domain.
New
right
location.
Here. This is my second home.
Traveling pod is crazy. Like, embarrassing.
Do you have a turtle necklace like me?
I actually do.
I know you do.
I know those joints.
You probably got some firewood.
So, to get us started, Bob has a question for us.
Does a straw have two holes or one?
I'm gonna say one.
I say one too.
Why is it one?
It's one.
It's technically,
And-
it's a hole with one hole drilled through it. If
So
you was to
what
create it,
what makes two different holes in one object like that? Because if a hole goes from where we're at all the way to the other side, is it two different holes or is it one hole?
It's still one.
Still one?
It's literally
To be honest, I have no real argument on why it should be two. But realistically,
and
right?
Out, in and out, is it
Right?
the same? So that makes it two.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask this, right? Because
There's an entrance and
wait.
an exit.
But it's really going out.
Is it the motion
Sure.
of it?
I think it's just because it's one direct route. If it was like maybe a corner,
I was just gonna
I would
ask,
say
like,
that.
Because if you explain this, you're gonna say suck in. So it's coming from somewhere.
That's one way though. Still.
Right, but there's
Like
an
you said, it's
entrance and
just-
an exit.
Where's the exit? Your
Where-
saliva going back in?
Where it comes into your mouth. Pause. That's not, wait, you know where I was going? Pause. I'm telling you guys,
He
I
said
have
slurp
no
and suck
real
in
good
now. I don't know
argument
what's
for
happening.
This
this.
sounds like an expert.
I have
You do sound
no
like
real
an
good
expert.
argument for this. Honestly.
I was just gonna use this as a diagram for it. Like if this was a straw and it had an exit here instead of here, is it two holes then versus
Right,
one
what
hole?
makes
But I'm saying you put
That's
the you put the straw in it,
I'm
so
just
then when
asking, guys.
you pause, put your mouth, it goes up. That's not one.
I don't know. Is it?
You guys let us know in the comments. Does the straw have two holes or one? I have another question. If you go into the water, are you wet or dry?
Yeah, what's going on? First and
It's a
second,
real
now
question.
wet.
Are you wet or dry in the water?
No, it's a fish, wet or dry.
I know
Because
that
if
one
you go
too,
in the water,
but
you're
switching
wet.
it. You're switching it now.
You're
We're
wet.
not in that
Humans
question.
are wet.
You're wet.
What do you
You
say?
come out wet. This is the guy.
We said in the water.
Like, I think when you're in the water, you're just in the water. I think when you come out, you're still carrying the water, so you're wet.
That's what I tell people. I said, when you're in the water, you're not dry, but you're dry, right? Because you're in water. So when you come out of the water, you're wet. You can't be wet in the water.
Yes, you can. What if I go in and come out? The top of my body is wet. It's dripping down.
Now
So
you
you're
got long hair.
What are you doing?
You're lucky I didn't.
Once again, in the comments, are you wet or dry
What are you doing?
when you're in the water?
Well, does a fish see water?
What?
Does a
No,
fish-
what was
It's
the
like
question you
us, we
said?
don't see
I know,
air,
we
but
don't
it's
see
there.
it. See, yeah, that's what I wanted. See, smart, because that's what I had.
Whoa, you're aggressive today.
I'm aggressive. It's hot in here.
I'm talking Ninja Turtle collections.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
are in a turtle lair for sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a guest artist,
Special
a
guest.
special guest artist. You can go as GoFive, aka Gio,
Yes, sir.
whatever
yes,
you
sir.
know him as.
What about the ones that don't know him?
GoFive.
Go find GoFive.
Go find GoFive.
See?
I used to hate this guy back in the day. Fucking couldn't stand him.
We grew up in
Whatever,
Geo, so that's our story. We grew up with each other,
I'll
so.
tell the story just for fun. One day, this is how I met Gio for the first time. I was 14 years old, bro. I kid you not. Met him. We was working at
In the basement of a church.
Yep. And we used to do art. And I was getting paid. It was summertime, whatever. And this dude would always come up talking shit about my art. Like, bro, and he did not change from that time. But anyway, I'll get to that. This dude would be like, yo, gringo, you doing this wrong. And I'm like, bro. And I used to, because he's like 2-3 years older than me. So it's like, bro, in my mind, I'm cursing him out. This motherfucker knows I can't speak Spanish.
Well,
right, but he's wrong.
I didn't know back then.
I think at first you might have said something in Spanish to me. And then I think that's how you knew. But I knew you always called everybody gringo. Like after a while, I found out, probably in college.
Great question. Are you Puerto Rican if you can't speak Spanish?
Here we go.
But,
Yes.
you know, goes into my actual question is, do you feel like being Puerto Rican actually helped influence your creativity and art?
I wasn't done with my story, but go ahead. There's more.
Here we go.
This cut me off.
He's always
Every
skipping.
episode.
He's always
Yeah, it's
jumping.
all right. Go ahead. You can answer that question.
Right.
Maybe I'll tell it another time, guys.
Thank you.
So I think for me, no. I think where I grew up in the projects between Rosendale and Roxbury. So being in the projects, my influence was the people in the surrounding areas. So like graffiti and like the local neighborhood and stuff like that. That's what inspired me. But as I grew older, and my son was on his way in to this world, like I sat and started doing research about my history, my ancestry, and that's where my new direction went. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Based on just like learning about myself. But
Okay.
Originally, no, it was just my environment.
Oh, you should project a little bit more. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
Me and you are very similar. We're very chill.
I was
they
about
probably
to grab the
didn't
mic
hear
and
me.
put it up there.
I said you should project a little bit more.
Save me, just.
We're naturals.
That's what I have to do when I speak.
What's your favorite art medium? 'Cause I know you do multiple
That's what
art stuff.
goes into
so.
our next question. Yeah.
So for me, right now, spray paint. The majority of my work is just spray paint. But originally, it's pen and ink. Like I love pen and ink. I love cross hatching. It helps like release that energy that I had. You know, I mean, just make it
When we
more.
used to be in class, that's all you did.
Like if I'm not drawing, I'm not paying attention.
Mhm.
So if I'm in the meeting and I'm not sketching, I'm in another world thinking of something else.
Yeah. I got a question. So I forgot it.
What got you into art?
Oh
Let's start
my
there.
god! Yo!
So as a kid, right? So
I got it.
You want to ask yours first before you forget?
Yeah, go ahead.
This can't tell you.
Forgot it. Oh,
I forgot it.
Just gonna forget it.
Do you because I know you dabble in both worlds in terms of like digital art and
I was gonna go that way.
traditional art.
Mhm.
So I think I know the answer, but do you prefer digital over traditional, or do you like them both equally, or
So
What
for
do you
me, traditional. I
Yeah.
love traditional more. I need to be able to push that energy out, and the computer just doesn't do it. Even the tablet.
that's because you like to get dirty?
Yeah, it's
You really do.
That was
Like,
gonna be my
feel
next
it. Like,
question. That was gonna be my
if-
next
If
question.
I'm not wearing the paint, I
Yeah,
feel like I'm not.
that's how
working,
you
right?
always
So- So when I'm working, it's traditional. But to introduce my thought process to my clients, I do digital
Okay.
because I can tell you about a piece of what I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're not an artist, you're not going to
Yeah.
understand that.
Facts, yeah.
So grabbing the wall that I'm about to paint and putting a digital sketch or photo collage on it and saying this is what I'm thinking, it makes it easier for them to understand it.
Yeah.
So for that purpose, digital. But like everything else is traditional. I need to get there.
So this goes into my next question, which is, do you feel like because what you already said, that's kind of where you grew up?
Yeah.
You kind of felt it. You kind of wore it
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And like the way we kind of grew up, where nowadays it is a little bit different. Kids don't grow up the way we grew up. They
Right.
grow up a little bit more digital.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So do you feel like that is because of the way you grew up, or it's just a preference?
I think it's based on how I grew up. You know what I mean? It's always been about just getting dirty and painting and just enjoying the moment with the touching and the textile style. I don't like digital as much.
So how do you make that connection with the new generation?
It's hard. It's hard as hell. I allow them to feel and express themselves the way they need to, and then I redirect them to get what I need from them.
Okay.
But I'm not a traditional teacher. So like when I'm doing pieces with my students, I'll introduce. I want to do a self-portrait, and if someone says I want to do it with fabric, that's a dope idea. Let's do it. I had a young lady come up to me and say I want to do it with plastic bags. Shit, I don't know how to do that, but let's figure it out. Yep. So we sat there ironing plastic bags to get texture and contrast of the piece. It came out nasty, but the whole time she was cussing me out because I wouldn't let her quit. I said it was a dope idea. We're gonna follow through and finish it.
Damn, I would love to see that.
Yo,
I would love to see that. It was
actually really, really dope.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it brings like a different.
Yeah.
You have to think of it differently. Like, they didn't grow up the way we grew up. Right. They grow up differently. We were a lot more hands-on to where now it's a little bit more digital. So to make that connection.
With that young lady, she's from Cape Verde.
Okay.
And they do a lot of recycling stuff. So that's where the idea came from. So I was just like, yo, I love where you're going with it. But when she realized how much work it was, she was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. So I forced her to finish, like follow through. You know what I mean?
So with that, since you brought it up, because you're also a teacher, how is it, like, obviously I'm a teacher, he's a teacher. With me and him, we work with the elementary kids, you got the high school kids. So it's with elementary students,
That's a nice spread.
Yeah, you know how it is. Like,
in the middle. I do
he
elementary
does middle school. And I cap off at 6th grade right now.
Bless you, bro. I did that, no bullshit.
It is different.
I did it for a week. And I was just like,
it's
not my baby. I can't choke them out. And I was just like, I'm gonna go
in that middle. They're literally in that middle group.
I told my boss, I was like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. She was like, you don't smoke. I was like, I know. I never went back. I just never went back.
Yo.
No, you know what's funny? I have a lot of people close to me, family members, friends, but mainly family that are teachers. I tell them all the time, God bless your soul.
Yo, it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. But when you're good at it and you love it, it's not work.
Like
it is.
This past year, I had 8 kids, and they were the most talented group I've ever had in the past 10 years.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So like learning to push them and watching them develop themselves. I had this one girl when she came in. She's a pen and ink artist. She was monster. I was excited because I'm a pen and ink artist. Yeah. So getting her to work, then she just stopped, and I didn't understand why she didn't want to do it. We introduced fabric to her, and her mind just took off.
That's dope.
Yo, I started bringing seamstresses. I got the machines, and we started creating. She created her own dress for prom. She started going in on just being a fashion designer. And it was really dope just watching her, like, find herself. You know what I mean? So it was.
I can tell that's real, bro. You get me goosebumps real quick. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
One, let's see if we can set something up where you can either get, like, I don't know how his work, but because he's charter. If you can get me in there, even if it's just like to shadow you. Like, so that, because I could talk to my school.
No, I can do it with him.
I can use it as a PD.
Yeah, might as well be a PD. I can
so
do
like, I think you can
we both can.
Yeah, like,
and I can do it vice versa. I can do it.
Yeah. See, and I can talk to my.
I might do that this year.
My art
so
teacher.
I'm letting you know.
Just so that way I can have a free day off.
I talk a lot of shit to them.
I know you do.
That's
the way we always we grew up like that.
My first
I talk to my students the same way.
My first line with the kids is, you can make me call your mom. Is she cute?
Oh, yeah.
If she's
a lot of us do that. I'm like, yo. We got parent meeting right now.
Yes.
Right now, parent meeting.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, I'm not a teacher, but
you'll be the worst.
If y'all haven't been watching, I'm slick with the mouth. You feel me? Or not. You feel me?
So now, talk to us about how do you engage them, like, especially, like, do you get students that don't want to do art, that because you're dealing with the older group, so they come in and be like, oh, fuck art, I don't want to do this.
So I work in a vocational school, so the majority of the kids who stay with me choose me, so they want to be there for the most part. Occasionally you get a knucklehead who wants to be there because his friend is there, but those are the ones I weed out. I start my program off doing the most tedious things that they're not going to want to do, right? Smart. And I make them gradient bars. I make them do 200 gradient bars. And if you don't do the 200, I add another 200. Right? It's, for us, it's normal because it's something that we need to practice. And the ones who want to learn, they really do it. The ones who don't want to be there, you notice, he's not gonna last.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
Smart.
Kind of goes into my next question, which is, as you evolve through your art, through your teaching, has your favorite artist evolved as well with you, or has it stayed pretty consistent?
Or who is your favorite artist?
Or who is your favorite
see,
artist?
that's the thing. Like traditional artists that we study in school, I don't have a famous a favorite artist. I don't know them. I'm inspired by the people around me. You know what I mean? Like my favorite artists are the people who I keep close around me.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning from you. In college, I learned from these dudes. You know what I mean? They learned from me. We learned from everyone that was in our circle.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite people, my favorite artists. Like if I can't rock with you and learn from you, I don't want to be around you. You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong, there's some really dope art in the museums.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? I can learn by studying this piece, but I don't know the artist. They can be a dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that we're not. But, You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather vibe with the people who I rock, and those become my favorite artists.
Pretty much that art's a lifestyle. Art's a choice.
Yeah.
But we live it every day.
Yes, sir.
Stand by while we run this quick ad. Make sure you check out our merch at www.artistdeadthebrand.com. And make sure you follow us at artistdeadthebrand. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our page. Art is dead. Create, die, live forever. Now back to the show.
Being around you guys in high school and college, it's like, bro, when I went into high school with Marvin, Randy, Edward, all those guys, Paul, Marcos, bro, when I saw them, I was like, oh, shit, I got to step my game up. I thought I was nice. Like, when I went into ninth grade, I was like, oh, I'm not good at it all. I am absolutely trash.
No, same for me.
And they would, they would come in and be like, bro, this is trash. And then, you know how it is, even in college with you guys, like, coming in, yo, this is trash. And then scribble over my work or crumble the shit like, yo, what the fuck? And then that makes you, it's like, all right, you might be in your, you either be in your feelings or you figure the shit out. I don't figure it out.
I don't like to be in crowds where people are like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah,
work.
yes, man, that's not good.
And you know it's whack, but like, nah, this needs work.
Right.
I'd rather them come and say, nah, that's whack. Cross it out or do something that's going to push you and motivate you to be better.
Yeah.
So you're a teacher. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But
he does it all the time.
Do you think there's a point of trying to be an over perfectionist instead of just, you're done and put it out? You as an artist and then you as a teacher, do you kind of switch back and forth like, damn, I'm not ready to put this out. It's not perfect. Because as an artist, you're always going to critique your stuff. But then you as a teacher is like, I see it. It's finished. But them as a student haven't seen it yet.
So for other people's work, I learn the person first. I can't come to you and push you and tell you your shit is whack if I don't know you. Right? I learned you first, so I know how much shit I can talk.
Yeah,
right?
Smart.
Once I understand how much shit I can talk, I'll be straight with you.
Okay.
It needs more.
Okay.
Right? Now, the reason I do that is because at the end you're representing me. So if your shit's whack and other people see it, I don't want my name to be attached to that. You know?
I totally understand that, brother.
I know that I can push you this much, and then I can push him a lot more. You know what I mean? So like, depending on the person, I know what level I can push him and kind of develop. You know.
Where do you see that struggle with you though?
Oh, I'm never finished. I can go back to any one of my pieces and say I can make this better. But that's
I was gonna say for each one, I argue with them all the time. This dude, all the time. This dude, I'm like, dude, it's done. I'm like, it's done.
You gotta understand that the inner demon in yourself is your first hater.
Yeah.
They're the ones in your head that
because they do it vice versa. They do it hobbies. Chill. I'm like, no.
Yo, I get
like that in the gym though. In the gym, you like that. So I would say
workout.
It'd be like, yo, I'm fat, or it'd be like, first of all, you never been fat, bro.
or sometimes
I don't have muscles.
Sometimes I'm like, yo, we're artists. We think different than a regular person. You know what I'm saying?
But then as you develop yourself. So if I did a piece last year, I have a full year to develop and improve myself. I can always go back to a piece and be like, yo, I could have did this better.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing things different within a year. So some of the pieces that I did in high school, I think are garbage. But I show them to people and people are like, yo, that's amazing.
I was gonna ask you, what's one of your favorite pieces you ever did, and like what mural you like that you ever did? Is there like a certain piece?
So there's a lot of them.
Not one.
So one
Big
that I
two.
had to
I would
choose.
say
Two.
One that I could-
Two.
So there's the Breathe Life with Pro Black in the
Mhm.
South Station,
Mm-hmm.
and
Classic.
the reason I love that
Classic.
one is because it's the biggest wall that we've had.
Right.
We lit the city on fire. With
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? Like when that
Staple.
wall was finished,
Staple.
like we walked off with our chest,
Staple.
tough. You know what I mean?
Killed
And
that.
there hasn't been anything in the city to touch it by local artists, like
Yeah.
the way we
Yep,
did.
yep.
Not even
Um,
close.
But at the
Not
same
even him.
yeah, but but at the same
Black it
time,
out. Black it out.
we also painted my niece Bobby
Mm.
to have Bobby on there so that it's not just
Yeah, that
us
Bobby
shining,
is crazy.
but it's her shining.
Right.
She walks up with her
Legendary.
chest and she's
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
was
that's
on the
me.
wall.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Like there's no better
Yeah.
feeling than that.
Like how you did the Carol piece.
Yeah.
Carol,
That was
stay,
dope.
stay posting that, and I love
Kara
that.
has it everywhere on
Yeah,
her
she's
phone,
like, I'm famous.
on her wall.
I'm
But
famous.
so like with that one, like painting that wall, we had a sketch. I pissed everybody off because it just didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only Master Art graduate in the group from when we did that wall, and it just wasn't sitting right.
'Cause
So
it's
I
your-
changed
yeah.
the sketch and I
Yeah.
put Carol on there.
Mm.
I didn't ask. I did the decision. I
Yeah.
made the
Yeah,
decision myself.
That was
So I
dope.
pissed off a bunch of people, but I just because I couldn't explain
Yeah.
what I was feeling to them
Mhm.
without them saying, "Nah, we already have it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's dope because Carol went to
Yeah.
that school too.
So by placing
A real
Carol,
person.
we used someone from the school
Yeah.
that I learned from in the school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I apologize later, but I just didn't ask for permission.
Yeah,
I
it
just
came
did,
out
you know what I mean?
perfect.
No,
Yeah.
it's actually
That's how art is, bro.
It's really great because it explains the staple of what we stand by. It's create, die, live forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You created something, and no matter how long time goes by, that
Yeah.
statement is going to live
Yeah.
a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
true.
like, no, for real,
That's
that's
true,
always going to
bro.
be a staple.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a staple. So
That wall was only supposed to be there for a year, and when we finished it, Master Art was like, "Yeah, we're gonna
create,
keep
Oh,
die,
word.
live for,
yeah."
create, die, live forever.
They was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we keep it."
You ain't
You know what I
lying.
mean? So, and now they use it for all their events, which is dope as hell because I get tagged in events that oh shit, I didn't even know what was happening. You know what I mean?
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You
Right.
know, to the YouTube page,
You can
Insta,
ask for
TikTok, all that. You feel me?
Let me ask this
Fuck pencil, fuck jelly.
Hater.
Do you prefer showing your work at an art show or gallery, or do you prefer painting, like creating the work,
Like which one you
Yeah.
enjoyed?
or do you enjoy
most?
both?
So, in the gallery is a different environment.
Yeah.
If you're
always.
painting specifically for a gallery, it's different. When I'm painting on the street, I'm painting for the streets, for the community. And to have little kids and grown-ups and elders come up and say,
Yeah.
"Yo, can I paint?" and we put them on that wall,
Right.
there's no,
That's
no
dope.
there's no other better feeling.
Yeah.
So that mural right there that we did in Roxbury,
Yep.
we had kids come in and paint it. So the
Nah.
model,
I love that one.
the model we used for the left
That one
was my
very
man
cool.
Trev's son, and he came up and he painted a little bit of the wall.
Yeah, Trev's son. Yeah.
That energy that
That's
that boy had when he put that can to the wall and made
Trev's
those
the one-
marks, dog, there's no
The one that
better
ordered
feeling.
from us.
Oh,
That's Trev. Yeah.
So
That-
Shout out
Trev's
Trev.
son is the
Yo.
kid on the left.
tag Trev,
Yeah.
tag the
Of course.
photo,
Of course.
link in the description below.
That's down the
Down.
street from my school, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm on Columbia.
okay.
Honestly, we're all over Boston. You can find this man all over Boston. You probably
Yeah.
drive by it every day. Same thing with my man Joey here, all over Boston. I can't say much for pencil, but you know what I mean. I'm
Hater.
famous.
I keep the
So-
company going, as you can see. As you can see, yo. You know what I mean?